Now, you might wonder what I'm doing playing with cars at 20 to 10 in the evening. Well, the answer is simple. I've got a deadline. I'm in my Morris Traveller, Moggy 1000, and the reason for this is that tomorrow is the final Lancashire Automobile Club Manchester to Blackpool rally. Now, that rally has been going on for a long time. LAC are one of the oldest automobile clubs. They're a great friendly bunch, and they put on loads of rallies and things like that, other events. And this one, along with the St George's Day rally for Drive It Day, is non-competitive. You get a route book, and it's very scenic, no pressure or no competition, and it's just a nice little rally. You see lots of interesting cars, the camaraderie of other folk, car people, and they are a good club. But unfortunately, I think the reason given for this being the last Manchester to Blackpool has been the introduction of the congestion charge around Greater Manchester. So it's finished it off. So this is the last one. Now, I've been beavering away here because this car, my Minor Traveller, well, I've been overhauling it from bumper to bumper, and I've done the rear axle. I've got low mileage parts off a scrap car that had done 41,000 miles or so, and the mileage of my Traveller here is, that may be the second time round, I don't know, but these cars weren't meant to last very long at all. They were cheaply built, small, cheap transport for the working man, and they quickly wore out, in spite of popular opinion. So I've put the gearbox in from the scrapper, and that was tested yesterday, and it's been fantastic, because my old one, the original one, was knocking in first and reverse, and it was generally noisy. So I think a tooth had been chipped off the gears. The axle has been in much better condition, because the axles rot away around the brackets for the springs. So that's all been done by myself. I've just had to replace a hub oil seal only on one side. That can be a pain of a job. Well, it's an all-day job really. I took a gamble on the just using the axle, well, the hubs rather, from the scrapper. I didn't disturb them. I just put them in, and one's been fine, and one has been leaking. So that was the hub oil seals. All sorted now, touch wood. I went for a test drive yesterday, and there's been no leakage. Now, today's job has been the engine, and I'm going to show you what the fault was. But first of all, I will explain. The engine in this car is incorrect for the year. This is a very late 1962 car. I think was registered in November 62. The 1098cc engine made its debut in, I believe it was September 62. This car originally had a 948cc, which was the preceding size, and this car currently has a later 1098. I don't know where from, but apparently it's been rebuilt at some stage, judging by the engine number. And it's not been it's been fine. It's never, with these old A series, they are fantastic. They just keep soldering on regardless, even in an advanced state of wear and decrepitude. So it was soldering on, but it's been burning a lot of oil. It's breathing really, really badly. Oil is pouring out of the crankcase breather, and water has been mixing with the oil and vice versa. I knew it was a head gasket problem, but because this engine will be coming out at some point anyway, and because of its oil burning problems, I never really wanted to expend much time or effort on it because it would ultimately be coming out. But as I find myself with the deadline, i.e. the Manchester to Blackpool rally tomorrow, something had to be done to make it more roadworthy, engine-wise. Because that head gasket, you know, and the oil and the water had been mixing, it was pressurising the cooling system, which eventually blew the gland in the water pump, and the water pump had started pouring water out when driving, which, as you can imagine, isn't ideal. So something had to be done, and today was the day I did something about it. So I've replaced the water pump, cylinder head come off, had a look, found the fault straight away with the head gasket. I'll show you that just now, but this, you've joined me just in time for the moment of truth to start the car up. So let's go and have a look at this head gasket and water pump. Here's the offending item, one head gasket, and you can see right away what the fault is. That there is Kaputski. Number 4 cylinder was full of water, and when I took the head off, the cylinder head stood here. That had that horrible coffee coloured creamy sludge on it. 4 had water in it, as I say, and this is a water passage in the block. That's what this hole is for. So it was plain to see. Saw it instantly what the problem was. So it had been allowing water into the cylinder and through this defective gasket, and it had been pressurising the cooling system and mixing water with oil and oil with water. Now the water pump, that, as I say, blew its gland because, well, this is very hard to do on my own. Let's see. You can see that rocking from side to side. Not good. So the bearing, the gland has gone in there, so that's knackered. So there for the scrap heap. So now is the moment of truth. Just wipe my fingers. Oh, very dirty job this. Any engine work, to give the doors a good slam. It's not Humber quality. So the moment of truth. I'm not expecting any drama because, well, it's an A series. The simplicity themselves, and I've done loads of head gaskets on these engines without any trouble whatsoever. So I mean, I did check the faces of the block and the cylinder head, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with them. I cleaned them up thoroughly, but as I say, I didn't want to expend any more time or effort than was absolutely necessary on this engine. So it just got a quick clean up wipe around the bores, make it nice and clean, because cleanliness is really important with when you open up an engine or anything mechanical. It does pay to be clean, because you only want to be doing a job like this the once. You don't want to have to be going back again because you've not been scrupulously clean, or you've tried to save time or cut corners somehow. It doesn't work like that. Do the job properly. So I'm confident that this is going to work. This is the first time. It's the fuel pump ticking away, filling up the carburetor float bowl. We'll pull the choke out. Let's test. I've got the accelerator hooked up to the return spring. It wouldn't be the first time I've left that off, and it's jumped up to about 8,000 RPM. Right, well, here goes. Look at that. Carburetor is very worn, so that is hunting quite a lot. It's adjusted up to the limit, but like I said, it's all coming out once I've reconditioned the Gold Seal 948. So we'll go and have a look under the hood. Give that a nice idle speed there, warm it up quickly, because I do have to, I'm going to go out for a drive, but I will have to check the cylinder head nuts again, re-torque them again. As you can see, it's not very pretty on in the engine bay, but that will be being stripped completely and getting the same treatment as the bodywork when the engine comes out. So I have put countless man hours into this car, and there's still many more to come. But before, if I was standing here now with the old water pump, I would be getting wet through, because water would be being flung everywhere now. You can see it on the bonnet there. That's where the water through that leaking gland has been flung around by the fan pulley. But you know, I'm pretty damn pleased with that. Now it's just the time to go for a test drive, but as I said, there's been no drama, wasn't expecting any, so stay tuned, further updates, good times, ready to rally. Thanks for watching.